Hello guys, welcome to part 2 of my top 10 favorite Studio Series Transformers figures. This time around, it's the catch-all. So this includes Transformers Gamerverse. Well, there's Gamerverse, Gamer Edition. I don't remember all the different Hasbro stupid gaming names, gaming greats. I think for Transformers, it's Gamer Edition, I think. It's so silly. So yeah, this includes Gamer Edition, this includes Rise of the Beast, this includes Transformers Bumblebee, and this includes Transformers 1. So everything except the Michael Bay movies in '86 is in this top 10. If you want to check out my top 10 favorite Michael Bay Transformers Studio Series, that was the previous video, and coming up next will be my top 10 '86, which I am going to put off until I get Megatron very soon, so, because I have a feeling he's going to influence the list, and I think a list without that Megatron on there would be a little silly. So, yes, this is my top 10, and my honorable mention is going to go to Bumblebee movie Soundwave. I have to always show one figure that is not actually on the list, and that's Bumblebee movie Soundwave. I do enjoy this figure a lot, and I'm very biased towards the Soundwave design because I think it's one of the best Soundwave designs of all time. It's one of my personal favorites. But this figure just kind of, it lets me down a little bit, and I think it's because I'm very spoiled because I have the 30 DLX. That was my first figure of this design. So yeah, going from that to this Voyager, I feel like if it was the other way around, I would like this guy a bit more. But that's a me problem. I still really like this Soundwave. I still think he's a lot of fun. If you want a Bumblebee movie Soundwave, like this is a great option. And hey, you can get the Ravage, you can get the Rumble and the Frenzy. I doubt they'll ever do like a Laserbeak, but hey, at least they made a few extra little minions to give him. That's cool. But yeah, this Soundwave is fantastic. I'm so happy the Bumblebee movie designs are able to give us like all the main Decepticons, even Megatron, wink wink nudge nudge. So yeah, that is our honorable mention going to Soundwave. Number 10, he is number 10 because I literally thought of him last. And it's a very interesting pick. It's Gamer Edition Sideswipe. Yeah, I just really like this Sideswipe. I really like a lot of the Gamer Edition figures, but only a few made the list. But this Sideswipe is, like, genuinely really fun. Like, I love the transformation. I love the articulation. I've really been wanting a proper Sideswipe from War for Cybertron for a very long time. Because before this, we only had the Fall of Cybertron, like a jazz retool, and that figure is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. He actually did show up in my guilty pleasure Transformer video, funny enough. But this one just, he takes the cake in like every way. He's fantastic. I love him. He's not like the most fantastic figure of all time, but he is fantastic. And I had to put him on the list somewhere. Even though he's just at number 10, I still really like him. Ew, he's got a growth on his butt. Ugh. Anyways, that's number 10. Number 9 is actually another Gamer Edition figure, and I decided to go with Ratchet. Yes, I've been wanting a War for Cybertron Ratchet even longer than a War for Cybertron Sideswipe, because at least we had a version of Sideswipe. Never had Ratchet or Ironhide. Honestly, this is kind of interchangeable for either Ratchet or Ironhide. I went with Ratchet, you'll find out later. Yeah, I really like this Ratchet design. And I think they translated it into this figure amazingly. I do have the Ironhide. I really do love the Ironhide as well. I'm happy that they were able to get 2 uses out of this mold. It's a fantastic Voyager. Really just has like that nice beef and bulk. He's not like a full Voyager size, but I think making him Voyager was the right move for this one. I love the red helmet with the white crest. Not your typical Ratchet color scheme, but it's something different, something I enjoy, and I understand it. This wasn't the first time he had that. I think it was probably like the Marvel comics or something where they gave him the red helmet, because they were always changing up the colors in those old comics. But yeah, this Ratchet is fantastic, and funny enough, I didn't point it out in my video, but he actually does have like a flip-out Autobot symbol, which is very funny. I didn't point it out in the video because I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, they literally had this tiny little piece just so you can flip out an Autobot symbol. Ironhide, as far as I know, doesn't even have an Autobot symbol there, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, really cool figure. Definitely had to be on the list. This could also be Ironhide. Like, it's interchangeable, but I do think, in this case, I like the Ratchet just a little bit more. Alright, next up at number 8, Studio Series Transformers 1 Sentinel Prime. I do understand I don't have his, like, booster feet flipped out. He doesn't really stand with those. But this is my favorite Studio Series figure from Transformers 1, for sure. This Sentinel is fantastic. I love all the different functions he has going on. I love the battle mode. I love the normal mode. He's missing some accessories. I really wish he had his big sword. That would have been nice. But overall, he's a really nice version of a character that we love to hate. It's funny, Sentinel showed up in the Bayverse list, and here he is in the catch-all list. I really do like this guy. And again, I'm just going to be pointing out things I didn't know in the review. I didn't realize he actually had a hinge for his neck. I can't believe they actually engineered a hinge into the neck, considering he has this battle mask. But yes, he actually has an upward hinge at the neck. It looks kind of like a frog throat when he doesn't have the battle mask. But when he does have the battle mask, which is kind of a pain to flip out, it looks a lot better with the battle mask. So I keep my Prime Changer in the normal Sentinel mode, and I keep my Studio Series in the battle mode. And yeah, I really do enjoy this guy. It's a lot of fun. Really good character, fun to hate. And this toy, there's nothing to hate on this guy. All right, at number 7, I'm kind of surprised this guy is so low, but I think it's because there's another version of him I actually like more. It is the War for Cybertron Voyager Optimus Prime. I like the Orion Pax convention exclusive version of this mold just a little bit more, but I still love this War for Cybertron Prime. He finally captures the proportion from the video game. The likeness is incredible. He has a lot of nice bulk to him. He's just fun to play with. The transformation's really nice. Definitely one of my more favorite Studio Series Optimus Primes by far. Just fantastic toy. I really hope they move on to Fall of Cybertron at some point, because I'd love to see them tackle the Fall of Cybertron Prime design, because we only got the crummy little deluxe that came out in 2012 for that one. So I'd love to see a more proper take on that design. But for now, this is a great Optimus. One funny thing, I considered putting in the Reactivate toys into this list, but technically only Bumblebee counts as a Studio Series, so I decided to leave them out. I debated it, but I'm like, they're technically not, so I'm not. But I love those Reactivate figures. I just want to give them a shout out. But yeah, this Optimus is also one to absolutely love. All right, we're almost done with the first half, and I had to put this guy on the list because when I got him, I was so hyped for the movie, and it was one of the first figures I got for the movie. It's Studio Series Cheetor. I love this Cheetor. I was actually one of the very first people to review it as well. I got it early from my Amazon order. And I love the Rise of the Beast Cheetor design. I do wish this guy would get a redeco in the brighter yellows that he had in the movie. But I still just love this design. I just noticed his elbow has gotten loose over time. That's kind of unfortunate. This guy, I've had him for 2.5 years now already. Still a fantastic figure. Really do like the cheetah mode on him as well. I love the design, something about it. It's just, you look at it and you're like, yeah, that's still Cheetor. This is a great movie depiction of Cheetor. I love the battle mask, all the little printing and everything. Yeah, even though it seems like he's starting to age a little bit, he's starting to get some loose elbows, which is a little bizarre. I'm sure that's something I can fix. But yeah, I still love this guy all these years later. But he just barely missed the top 5. And number 5 gives us our only leader class that's going to be on this list. And you might think I'm a bit of a hypocrite for putting him on the list. You might think I am. But number 5 goes to Bumblebee movie Megatron. So you might think I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I've had my criticisms of this figure because I think his alt modes suck. The alt modes are garbage. But the reason why he's on this list is because this was our first real taste of a concept art figure. It was oh my gosh, they're doing this unused concept art from the movie where we almost got this in the movie, and I don't think it was the very first one, but it was the first one where it was a really big deal. And just the fact that they made this awesome Megatron design into a figure is just commendable. Now, granted, was he overpriced? Yes, he should not have been a leader class. I think they probably could have engineered him a little less and only given him one alt mode, but still his transformation is leaving a lot to be desired. Anyways, I feel as the years have gone on, I feel he's starting to make up for it more and more with just his insane articulation, because he poses so good. Like, he can literally do the Iron Man ground pound. Like, he can literally do it. Like, look at that. That's insane. He feels really solid. He's a fantastic action figure. He's just kind of sucky as a Transformer. But for this list, number one, just the fact that he exists, and number two, that he is such a good action figure, I had to put him on the list. I had to. He's not number one. My number one, oddly enough, very much like my first video, is a little bizarre. But yeah, this Megs is incredible. He had to be on the list, at least for me. He's just really, really cool. Next up, I don't really like almost any Studio Series Bumblebees. I think a lot of them are finicky and annoying, but I really enjoy the Rise of the Beast Deluxe Bumblebee. I really enjoy this Bumblebee. This is the first time I got a Studio Series Bumblebee, and I was like, you know what? I'm having a lot of fun with this. And you know what? I definitely have had a lot of fun with this. The transformation's really nice and really effective. I love how he looks in the bot mode. It's the classic Camaro, just kind of souped up to be a little bit more off-road, and I love that. He carries a lot of the same designs of Bumblebee movie Bumblebee mixed with the 07, and it just looks fantastic. It looks absolutely fantastic. Even down to like being able to move the chest just that little bit extra to get him that little bit more movie accurate. Yeah, this is a great, great figure. Now, he was actually kind of a shelf warmer for a while, especially along with AirRaiser. But thankfully, the Bumblebees were able to sell because I think people realized, hey, this is a really good toy. And also, it's Bumblebee. People buy Bumblebee. Kids buy Bumblebee. Parents buy Bumblebee. Collectors buy Bumblebee. And yeah, this is my favorite Studio Series Bumblebee. At least when it comes to the movies. I actually really like the 86 one a lot, so we'll see. We'll see if he ends up on the top 10 86 list. But I definitely had to put this Bumblebee on my top 10 for the catch-all list. All right, my top three, I'm going to sum them up with, that's understandable. Okay, that definitely had to be on the list, and huh? For the one that I think is pretty understandable, I really love the Bumblebee movie Ironhide and Ratchet mold. I just love this mold so much. And I can just describe it by this. The fact that he literally turns inside out for his transformation. Like, I love the transformation on this guy so, so much. And it's crazy how all these panels kind of come together and box in. And he just becomes such a solid little deluxe. Like, he's so solid. And I love this design for Ironhide. It's actually very similar to what we also end up getting with Transformers 1 Ironhide, which is kind of funny. But yeah, the chest, like all those different windows and everything, the silvers, the reds, even the head design I think looks really cool, albeit just a little skeletal. Yeah, I love this Ironhide. And I found out recently that there's a KO upscale of this mold. I plan on getting it. So, hey, maybe we'll see a video on that. I actually don't remember if I ever reviewed this figure. I'm sure I did. But yeah, love this Ironhide. Also love the Ratchet. This is why I put Ratchet for the gamer one, because it's interchangeable. Even though, like, I think I prefer the Ratchet with that one, I think I prefer the Ironhide with this one. I also really like the weapon storage. Like, it just plugs back here, you know. Works, looks nice, looks good. I like him all around. All around, I like him. Next up, I'm sure this is absolutely no surprise, has to be Studio Series Bumblebee movie Optimus. I would love to see them give this guy another go and give him like the Cybertronian mode and make him just look a little bit more refined, a little bit more like the movie, because this guy also is kind of based off that preliminary concept art. He has a concept art head sculpt. A few other details just aren't 100% to the movie, but nonetheless, this figure has been impressive to me ever since I got it. I do have a KO upscale of this one, and I'm very happy I do, because just having this guy bigger, more premium, more quality, it's very nice to have it. But unlike some of the Michael Bay ones where I omitted them from the list because I only really like the knockoffs, the original one on this is still absolutely fantastic. You need to get it. Now, I did debate putting the Rise of the Beast Optimus on this list too, but I think he'd probably be like number 12 or something. I really love that one. But I think ultimately, like, I've just, over the years, had so much more fun with this one. This is my go-to for this era of Optimus. Like, it's such a phenomenal figure, and it had to be on the list. But my number one favorite Studio Series that's not Bayverse, and it's not 86, this is a wild one, and it's kind of funny because the brothers end up bookending this video. It's concept art Sunstreaker. This is my favorite. This is my favorite out of like all the Bumblebee movie toys. I love this guy. I love this design. I love that it's Sunstreaker. We almost never get Sunstreaker toys. The transformation on this is just, oh, I love it. I'm tempted to do it here for this video, but I'm gonna hold back because I don't have time to just transform him back. But just to show you just a little bit, like I love how these panels like cover the arms, and the arms just end up contributing to the super smooth, super slick alt mode. How the shoulder pads end up connecting and just forming the super round back of the car. The alt mode is just nothing but fantastic. And this Sunstreaker, oh my gosh, the head sculpt, the design overall, it's a crying shame that he was not in the movie. But I understand why he wasn't, because little kids watching the movie would see him and go, Bumblebee! I mean, come on, you know I'm right. That's why Sunstreaker hasn't been in anything, essentially, since 1986. Because he looks too much like Bumblebee. That's essentially why. But we still love Sunstreaker. I love Sunstreaker. And this toy, dude, like, the articulation, like, it's nothing to write home about. For most people, like, this Sunstreaker is nothing to write home about. But for me, like, this is by far the figure out of all of these that I've had the most fun with. I've transformed him back and forth a million times. I love the look. I love the transformation. It's my favorite. Like, is it the best? No. Like, this isn't a top 10 best video. Not at all. This is my favorites. And he's my favorite. Well, guys, there we go. There's another Studio Series top 10 out of the way. I just had to get this series rolling. I'm really excited to do the 86 one, mostly because I have not opened my Ultra Magnus yet. I have not even gotten Megatron yet. And I am just very curious to see how many people are mad that 86 Prime's probably not going to be on the list. Who knows? He might be on the list. He might. But we'll see. I feel like it's just a running gag at this point, and I feel like it's annoying how much I bring it up. But I feel like for this, especially, since we're talking top 10 86 stuff, like, it's relevant to bring them up, you know? It's relevant. But there's a lot of great 86 stuff that's come out. I'm going to have to try to limit the Dinobots I put on. Probably, like, I'll try to limit it to, like, 2, because if I could, like, half the list would just be the Dinobots. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I still have a couple figures to get until we get there. I did finish my Devastator. I love it. He'll probably be on the list. But, hey, in the meantime, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your top 10 non-Bayverse, non-86 Studio Series are, or just your top 10 Studio Series in general. Let me know down in the comments below. I would love to see. Are you surprised that my number one is Sunstreaker? Thundercracker and Sunstreaker. Very odd top picks for me, huh? Very odd. But, hey, the heart wants what the heart wants, and my toy-loving heart just loves me a good Sunstreaker toy, I guess. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for watching. Special shout-out to channel members, as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.